we are joined here by Moobs of the Super Hot Crew after that impressive win versus Gambit Gaming in 26 minutes, 3 seconds. That is the fastest win in the EU LCS. Talk us through it from the beginning, maybe starting with leaving the Evelyn open for Diamond.
So we let Evelyn open because she's kinda weak when you invade her, and that was our plan when we get into this game. Pick strong laners like Renekton and Kale, and we just contest every single red buff, and we snowball from it. So our bot lane just played safe because normally they die to every ganks, so they just play safe, and we just invade everything, and they can't do anything because Evelyn is too weak.
And that's something we noticed with the invading. Of course, we saw Impaler get his Vi, which himself could have gone for yesterday. Didn't work out, went for a Pantheon instead. It wasn't so great, but we noticed with the invades, there was a lot of ward coverage helping out Mima in that top lane. Was that like a focus on pre-game?
Yeah, like yesterday after the stomp we got by Millennium, we prepared some plan, and our plan was to just invade, and Renekton is really much stronger than Trundle in early game, so he was just proxying between the two turrets, and it's easy for him to just invade after that, and if Darian comes, he loses like 1 or 2 waves because he can proxy like Renekton.
So obviously he has to feel more comfortable. I'm talking about Impaler to do those invades against a team like Gambit. When we were talking to him before, he said, I was forced on the Elise by my team yesterday. So why aren't you guys giving him the liberty to go for something else?
Well, Vi was open like last 2 games, but we didn't pick her, even though we won every game with her. And the game yesterday didn't go that well with Pantheon because they had really mobile setup. And with Vi, it doesn't matter if they are mobile or not because it's really easy to catch. So we decided to go with the Vi this time, and it went really good.
And I want to talk about briefly the top lane. Obviously, we saw Mima doing great, but the Renekton versus Trundle, it's a matchup we've seen a lot in the LCS recently. Obviously, we see that Renekton was favored by you guys. Any particular reason for that? I mean, the build was pretty different in itself. You went straight for the Ravenous Hydra.
Well, Trundle is considered as a counter to Renekton because of his ultimate, but in early game it doesn't really matter. And Mima went for Tiamat this game, so even the ultimate of Trundle doesn't really do anything since he doesn't have that much defensive stats. And yeah, that's it.
We would almost forget about it, but it was Lulu mid again. We were up against him, and this time around, you won a lane matchup as a Kale versus Lulu yesterday. It wasn't that straightforward. What was the difference in how you played it?
Well, I actually think that Lulu beats Kale pretty hard in lane because she outruns Kale so much. But Alexis flashed on me level 2 or 3, and after that, Vi was level 4 with double buff, just came behind her, and she died so easily. Then it's kind of snowball from it. It's really easy to kill Lulu as Vi without flash.
Now, pre-game, we saw the feature with you guys talking about how you really need to get a shot caller in your team. Have you found that person now that obviously you've got the gaming house set up? Are you guys suddenly tactically more aware than you were, say, at the start of the season?
Well, we still don't have our gaming house yet. We will move into it this weekend, hopefully. But yesterday, when we lost against Millennium, during the whole game, no one was really doing calls or even talking. And yeah, we talked about it after this game, and today, everyone was talking, giving information, making calls, and everything is easier.
Well, great performance from you guys, showing again that every team can beat every team here in European LCS. And another great important matchup in that feed is Roccat as they go up against Fnatic in the next game. D-Man, what do you think?
It's going to be a tough one. You got to give it to Fnatic. You know, the fact that they got beaten so heavily by Alliance, it kind of shocked them. You even saw them at the end of the game, how stunned they were. I think they would have put a lot of focus on this game, maybe more than anything else, and maybe that's the reason they lost yesterday, because they were only focusing on Roccat.
I'm not too sure. Roccat was playing really well at the start of the season, but they seem to fall down a bit right now. And Fnatic, I think they have more experience, and I think Fnatic will take it.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. And once again, congratulations. What an impressive performance. Can't get